Being a teacher is not about being a babysitter and simply showing kids how to do stuff. Being a teacher is about learning as much from your students as they do from you. Being a teacher is about educating and preparing the children of today for the world of tomorrow. As teachers, we will awaken minds, find and embrace hidden talents, encourage growth, and celebrate the diversity and individuality of each and every student. It is evident through the works of many famous educationalists that achieving an entirely neutral educational approach is almost impossible. However, it is important to use reflective strategies to determine which ideals are okay and which aren't okay to include while sculpting young minds. It is important to remember that in our classrooms we will find children whose cultural and racial identities may come from all corners of the world. Each of these children will learn differently. Some may have difficulties in learning, some may be extremely gifted and learn at an accelerated rate. Some children will be interested. Some children will not be interested. All of these differences should be celebrated, and the delivery of the educational content should be tailored to suit the individual needs of each and every student, not just a standardized approach. Sir Ken Robinson makes a good point when he draws on a parallel between the educational system and the catering industry. He says that within the catering industry, there are two modes of business or quality assurance. There's the fast food business or the Michelin Guide. With fast food, you can go to any outlet, anywhere in the world, and you can get the same food, the same fries, the same Coke for the same price. No matter which one you go to, you know exactly what you're going to get, and it's all horrible for you. Bad for your health, but it's guaranteed. The other form of quality assurance in catering is called the Michelin Guide, which has a set of criteria of excellence that says if you can meet the criteria, then you're in the guide, no matter what style of food you serve. The consequence is that under this guide you get very high-level restaurants with great stuff to eat. It is his belief that the educational system is becoming a lot more like the fast food model when it should be more like the Michelin model. Every school should be different and great. Every classroom should be different and great. It should be built on diversity and not conformity. I could not agree with him more. I understand that a certain level of standardization and conformity is required to maintain order in schools, but I think that it is more important to recognize, cater to, and celebrate diversity and the imaginations that exist within children. For a long time, education has been based on the notion of social reproduction. This meaning that the children from lower socioeconomic backgrounds feel and are sometimes treated as if they have no possible hope for future social mobility. So, as a result, they lose interest in schooling as they do not see any point. I believe that education should be regulated in a way that promotes strategies to support children born with less advantages just as much as those born with advantages. As a teacher, I will aim to focus on eradicating discrimination and nurture all diversities. I will engage my students through the use of creativity and imagination. I will utilise the Australian curriculum to promote ideas about sustainability and divergent thinking. I will encourage my students to use their imaginations and to share stories of their experiences and/or culture. I will embrace the cultural traditions of others and help children to celebrate the things that are important to them. But most importantly, I will educate the hearts of my students along with their minds, because I believe in